Which is better, selling products D2C or through retail? Let's dive in. D2C, or direct to consumer, is really attractive because you cut out the middleman. This was the promise of all of those heavily venture-backed companies like Away Bags, Dollar Shave Club, and even Warby Parker or Glossier. For like 5 years, it seemed like these brands have found an infinite money glitch because social media advertising was super underutilized by the majority of brands. Selling through retailers, on the other hand, is very expensive, mostly because they are the middleman. You're selling to them at like a 50% wholesale discount. That's pretty steep. On top of that, wholesale payment terms are pretty tricky, especially for newer brands. Normally, you won't be paid for an order until 30 or 60 days after you've shipped it. So quick maths, if we sell 1,000 of these CD players for $50,000 to X retailer, it's gonna cost us $25,000 to $30,000 to produce and ship the product, and we're not gonna be paid anything from that retailer until 2 months after we've shipped, which means we're down $30,000 for 2 months. So the verdict seems really clear. D2C equals higher margins, immediate payment, and less logistical complexity. Well, not really. You see, as social media has become the dominant spending ground for the majority of brands, advertising costs on these platforms have precipitously risen. Just think about it. You're bidding for ad space against every brand from a small startup like mine to Chanel and freaking Apple. So we're scrappy startups in 2010 were seeing like 7 to 10x return on every dollar they spent in social media marketing. Now it's more normal to see something like a 1.5 to 2x return, which really just ends up being the same as a 50% discount that you'd be giving a retailer. But with wholesale, you're able to command mega orders. For a brand my size, that might mean thousands of units, but for a really big brand, that's millions of units per order. This gives you a lot of leverage when negotiating prices with your manufacturer, which is something new brands always struggle with. Selling through retail also really helps with trust and credibility. Just think about it. If you're going and shopping at Whole Foods and you stumble upon a new brand, you're probably not questioning whether or not that product is safe to eat. You know that Whole Foods and their team have vetted it thoroughly. So the honest reality is this isn't zero sum, and most successful brands in 2025 are omni-channel, meaning they're selling online and in-store. But I do think for the vast majority of consumer brands, retail is going to be the bulk of your revenue at scale. I'm really curious if other founders out there agree with this.